What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 681 interviews I've done. Give this special guest from Boston 617 a second to get on and we'll start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest, I'm booked until February, so inbox your girl Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. Thank you for all the prayers today when I was at the hospital. Much love and respect to everyone. Definitely still healing over here. But salute. The next interview got postponed. I will let you know the further date for that. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. My condolences to anyone who has lost anyone. Put your air codes, countries you are tuning in. Salute, salute, everybody. Peace, love, respect. Happy first of the month. Definitely. Only one more month until the year is over. I hope everyone has a blessed 2025, much better than 2024. I know I had a shitty year, so I hope you guys have a better year. Definitely, and I hope I do too. Amen to that. I'm putting it. It will be a better year next year. Never give up is the key. So we're going to give them a couple minutes to get on here. The one after this is tomorrow, then the 4th, the 6th, the 7th, the 9th, the 10th, the 15th, the 16th, 18th, 19th. Salute to Legal Mob Entertainment. Salute to Free Bands Prince. I'm going to send it again to you. I just sent it again. Hey, welcome to the Iccy Show, D-Cee. Welcome from Boston 617 to the Iccy Show interview 681 interviews. Much love and respect. How you doing tonight, sir?
How you doing, Jackie?
Good, good, good. How are you?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay, perfect. How you been?
I've been all right. I've been all right.
All right, all right. I thank you for coming on the Iccy Show. What made you start to get into this industry?
My love for music. I have music in my life, my whole life, basically. It runs in my family. My father was a musician. Rest in peace to him. The whole, they had a gospel group called the Collins family. So growing up, basically, we have music all over the house. You have my mother playing Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye, Al Green. You have my father playing George Clinton, Cameo. He was in the rock music, but he started off with gospel. Then you have my grandmother that played Shirley Caesar or Aretha Franklin, and it just went on. And then, of course, the hip hop, my cousins and everything. And then I just started to try to do it when I became a little older, like in my teenage years, so I would just like try to perform in the backyard with my brother and my sisters, cousins or whatever. And people in the neighborhood, we would put on like shows or whatever in our garage or whatever. And I would have my own solo thing going on. I'd be in the backyard trying to do like Michael Jackson or whatever, or Prince, or whoever was, or Rick James, whoever was hot at that time. Because I started, like I said, I started real young, having love for music. So probably the late probably the late 80s, going into the 90s. I had a couple, a group that I was trying to get with. We had a manager and everything, but it really didn't go anywhere. We rehearsed and everything for it, but I was I was more of a freestyle person then. I wasn't even writing like that then, you know. Um, but I would say it got serious more towards the 2000, early 2000s. You know, um, I met this guy by the name of Russell Mills. We was just sitting in the car because I used to make a whole bunch of tapes and just freestyle on it or whatever. And he was like, "That's you, man. You know, you probably should go in the studio with that. You know, you probably should take it in the studio. You know, it would be better. You know, the structure, you could fix the structure and everything like that. So, you know, he introduced me to this guy named Mac Ray. Mac Ray was like is a singer. He also does gospel music, but he heard my stuff, and you know, we put together like a I would say like an EP or something, and we put it on CD Baby. It was called The Introduction to D-Cee. You know, um, from there, like I said, it was more official. You know, started trying to do shows and stuff like that. We were promoting it again. Russell Mills was like he was like my manager, but he wasn't. But kind of like selling my stuff, taking risks. Selling it in his job or whatever. We was just trying to get the music out there like this. This is before like the internet was that big. You have MySpace, which eventually I put stuff on there. But yeah, we're just like going to clubs and just trying to put our music out there before I really started to perform. And then 2000, I would say like 2010. Um, that's when I met this young lady. She was a rapper. She went by Lady Danger at the time. Her name is Red Skills now. And we started talking. She started telling me she was into music, so she introduced me to a couple people. Nice. At the time, you know what I mean, it was called Hot Money at the time. We changed so many names, but I'll get to that in a second. Me and her battled or whatever. We did a little battle, whatever. I won. Nah, whatever. Nah, but just joking. She wanted to, try to see what I do, whatever, and basically prove it to her. So, okay, going back, I was introduced to this guy named Eric Wilmer, but everybody called him Frog. That's where I met LLYC East Coast Prince, which is on here now. And I met a couple other people through that. And we started, trying to, at the time, I'm going to say at the time, I was doing like online radio. So shout out to DeMarco White that had iPower 98.9 FM, but it was something different then. It was a different name then, yeah. I think, but he eventually changed it to that. And from there, like I said, we started performing on open mic places where it was available. We started doing shows there and everything. Yeah, that's like I said, the love came way back since I can remember. So probably since I was 5 years old or whatever. But yeah, we started doing shows everywhere. We eventually, started putting groups together with that. It was originally supposed to be 4 of us, we had a girl that was a great singer. Her name was Kiki Hart. It was me. Then it was LLYC East Coast Prince. Then it was Red Skills or whatever. So yeah, we did a couple of, we recorded a couple of songs or whatever. We came up with a group called Red Ices. With it was eventually supposed to be 4, but things happen, whatever. So it ended up just being me and Red Skills. Then eventually, me and LLYC East Coast Prince, we eventually came up with this group called the Prodigals. So we continued on to do shows everywhere, and just put out a lot of music over the years. We have a project out now. It's been out for a few years now called So Boston, where we tried to get other people in there, but again, things happen. So me and him just decided to just go with that, and then I have my own solo thing going on that I did. Yeah, they call me D-Cee, but the full name that I go by is D-Cee, the musical artist. What's up, bro? Brooklyn, I see you.
Peace.
So
what, do you have a manager right now?
I got no manager. I got no manager. No manager. I'm managing myself, and it's very tough because I got two jobs. So that's why I kind of haven't been active like I want to be doing the music. I'm trying to get back into doing that, trying to do shows again. Um, but nothing's set in stone yet. But I just keep putting out music to keep busy. What's
Are,
up, brother?
are you looking for a manager?
Um, eh, you know, I want to see what's up with that because uh, there's I've if I have let me say it like this: if I have the right person to manage me, I would definitely do it. I definitely would. I definitely would do it. I
That's
definitely would want to manage her.
salute everyone. Put your air codes to countries you're tuning in. Peace, peace. How many songs do you have out there approximately?
Oh man, I got a lot of songs. I got a lot of songs out. If you go on Spotify, like I got songs, like I said, by myself as a solo artist. I got songs with mostly like with LYC East Coast Prince. I got two songs with M Styles. You know,
Mhm.
I I had to make that happen, and I'm glad that she decided to work with me. That's sis right there. Um, and yeah, like I said, if you go on YouTube, you go on Spotify, all the digital platforms, you'll find my music. You'll find my music on there.
Are you looking for features right now, or are you pretty much filled what you have?
Um, I'm sorry, what was that question again?
Are
Start a bit.
you looking for features right now, or no?
Um, not right now at the moment. Not right now at the moment. What's up, Bugsy? What's up,
Are you,
man?
I'm sorry.
No, I was saying what's up to Muggsy. Muggsy
Uh,
again.
are you looking to do a tour anytime soon?
Um, if everything's right, sure. If everything's right, it makes sense for me. Yeah, I definitely do that. But you see, with me, it's all about finding the time. If that's
Right.
if if that situation looks right, I'll definitely go with that because the touring I'm very interested in doing. I want to travel other places. I don't want to just be local.
Right. 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 Do you use the same producer, or you use different, multiple ones?
Um, Multiple ones right now, but I do want to get to a point where I just have one producer, where I
Okay.
just have just one that works with me, mainly with me, so we can have that chemistry you know,
Is there any particular producer that you wish that you could have that exclusive with you?
uh, um, it it don't have to be a famous producer. It could be a local producer. It could be
Yeah, we got a lot
just say,
of local talent in
yeah,
Boston.
we have so many talented people here. It's crazy. Um,
Right.
I'm, I'm just afraid all of us won't get a chance to be heard because it's happened, and I'm just hoping that, that's one of the reasons why I did my podcast, the new D-Cee show, because it was during the pandemic, but I was already working with, like I said, with DeMarco on his online, but I broke off from him. We have our differences, whatever. Still, I love you, brother. I see you on there. I'm glad you're listening. I see you, LL. I see you, East Coast Press. See you, brother. Yeah, but I
What
definitely,
about
I
a
de-
mixtape with M Styles only? Since you guys already have two songs, why don't you guys do a project together? Maybe like 12 songs.
mm, honestly, I was thinking about doing something like that. But we both got to be on board with that. You know,
Well, she's great talent, and you got great talent. If you already have two songs, you're almost halfway there for a mixtape
right?
or
I want to
album.
do that.
If
The thing is,
you own those beats, then definitely you can
mhm.
make it happen. So you definitely should look into that. If she's willing to do it and you're willing to do it, make it happen. You know, you're both from New England, and you know it would be a good choice.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you know, she might know a producer that, you know, strictly that you only for that project.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I know that she's more active in the industry than you, so it's like, you know, maybe she can take that time to, you know, to get one producer for you guys for this particular project.
I'm with it. I'm with it if she's with it. And you know, I know it's going to take time to get that together. You know, that's the
Right.
because so many time is like demanded. You know, being a father, being a work for your job. You know,
Mhm.
being in you know, so time right now is what's really stopping me from doing everything. I want to go back to doing that. I just had that talk with a few people about me wanting to, you know, get back at doing the music like I was doing it, like being consistent with it,
Yeah,
you know.
you definitely got to make time for that, especially, you know, life's not promised today, never mind tomorrow.
Amen.
And if that's
I agree with you. I agree
some
with you.
to it. I'm sorry?
No, I said I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. So that's why I'm trying to make it happen now. But I know it's going like again, like I said, I know it's going to take time.
What you
And
like there's 7 days a week. And I always tell this to people that are really into it, and that since you did most of your life into this industry, what you can do is, you know, there's 24 hours in a day. And then, you know, if you know your same day that you have off, I know that everyone's a father and mother. I'm a grandmother, you know, so I know time is precious.
right.
But what you can do is you could be like, okay, I need to take an hour every single week at this time for me, because this is my soul, this is what my I enjoy, this is my craft. And then you can either write during that hour or record during that hour, you know. And you just gotta take an hour, and then if you can start to, you know, build up more hours, then you build up more. But start off an hour, give yourself an hour. And I always say it's like meditation. You know, you always gotta kill off dead branches, dead birds, everything, you know. So it's like keep it going, what makes you happy. Life is not promised today. And I always tell people, I understand you're a father, I respect it 1000%. Don't think I'm not respecting
Mhm.
what you're saying. But
Mhm.
also, you know,
Right.
you've done it for so long, you got to make you happy. You know, that's
Right. I
important.
agree
You
with you.
know,
Hmm.
I know we live for other people nowadays, but it's like we have to live for us. If we don't live for us, you know, we're never going to be happy, and you'll never be satisfied. And God
Hmm.
forbid, you know, down the road, you know, you're like, you know what? I just want to record music. I don't want even want to perform anymore. And then you could just keep on banging out your music and putting in mixtapes, album, and while you're just, you know, taking your time for your woosah inside instead of being out and about. That's two.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, the music is definitely, you know, I'm still definitely doing the music. You know, I put out two singles right now that's on Spotify. But I'm really known for just banging, you know, just putting out inst- uh, installments or putting out, you know, I'm like with the music, you know, I constantly try to have something out. If it's not me doing it alone, I'm probably doing it off of, you know, off of somebody, you know, I'm probably on somebody's project or whatever. So it's not, you know, and then I'm not making excuses like as far as my kids or whatever, they're adults or whatever, but I'm saying like so much time is demanded out of you, like on a day-to-day basis, you know, like from your job, your family, like I said, if you're in a relationship, whatever the case is, that's what I'm saying. So my time, I work 7 days. You know what I'm saying? For full time, part time. They know, you know, some of the people's on here, they know, and they know, you know, they know I got the love for the music, and that's why I said I want to get back to it because even when I'm at work, I'm like, oh man, I hear a song in my head that I want to write down, you know, or I hear, you know, I'm like, man, I wish I was, you know, there. I see these shows coming up, you know, and I try to make like my appearance there. I've been getting back into kind of going back, you know, just checking people because I'm an artist, but at the same time, some people trip over the fair thing or whatever. But that's what I am. I'm a lover of music, so I go support whoever. You know what I mean? If AQ is doing a show, yeah, I'm gonna try to be there. I don't even have to perform. It's like showing the love. You know, just showing the love to the artists, the other artists. You know.
What about, did you ever get a song with Dawn Hazel since you're in the
Yeah,
gospel?
I actually did. I actually did.
You did?
That's what me and LLYC East Coast Praise. Shout out to Gunzy. We was at his studio. He came, Sonny came in there and said, I want to do a song with you. I wanted first, he did the hook, but I wanted him to do a verse. He was like, no, I'm just gonna do a hook. And we were supposed to do a video for that. It's a song called Light It Up. I promoted that a lot. Like we were promoting that song, you know, for a long time. So yeah, I do got a song with him. And then he actually had me in some of his films. I died in a lot of the films, you know, but I did.
You were in the one with oh dang, what's his name? Oh my gosh. Which film were you in? Because I remember you were in one. Don Hazel used to tell me about you before I even met you at the show.
Right. Um, I want to say the one I played big racks on that. I think it was something to do with trust. That I want to say I was on a few of them. Some of them never got released, but there was one like um where I took his money, he came after me, and then they shot me. Iowa was on there. You know, a few people that was there. She was the one that took me out.
Yeah. Why don't you have Ida manage you? She's a great manager.
Listen, I'm open to anything. I'm open to that. You know, if it makes sense and it's right, and like I said, it's the timing is everything. You know.
Well,
I haven't seen her in a while. I haven't spoke to her in a while. I seen her do an interview with somebody recently. I'm trying to remember.
I seen M Styles on she did the interview with her a
Yeah,
couple weeks ago.
that's the one. M Styles and it was Arabian Queen. So yeah, if yeah, I could get her, I can see what's up with that. But
Yeah,
I'm cool.
I know she's still managing artists because I hit her up like a month ago. I want to say maybe a little over a month ago because somebody was this artist that been looking for a manager, and they were asking me if I knew any in Boston area, and I did mention Ida to those artists. I don't know if they reached out or not, but I did. But you should definitely reach out. I mean, worst comes to worst, she could say her team's filled. But I mean, she's one of the good, and she was with Dawn Hazel. And you know, anyone that worked with Dawn Hazel, I really want to see people keep on succeeding with their gift that they have. You know, we all got gifts if you're in this industry, and you know, if you keep on going, I understand, trust and believe. My cousin's dying right now. I was in the hospital earlier today, internal bleeding, when my knee surgery. Yeah, so they did a procedure this morning, big needle and it was gross, and they didn't put me to sleep, and I felt that fucking shit.
Oh man,
So excuse my friend, but I did. So I know how it is, you know, like with timing, and you know, with my cousin dying, she could die any day right now, but I know how it is, like, you know what, thank you. What timing is crazy. That's why I want to see everyone I know that I bump to, even if the person hates me, I want to see them succeed because life is not promised today.
You got a beautiful heart. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I knew that.
I want everyone to succeed. Like anyone, especially anyone that was around Don Hazel, I want to see them triple succeed. No matter who it was, even if they don't like me, I still want to see them succeed because he put everyone together, and he was the only one that put Latin Kings, Crips, Bloods, you name it. He had everybody in that scene in that movie, and we all got along for 9 months. Not a problem, no issues, not fights, nothing. And he wants to see everyone succeed. And those people that like, you know, you had an opportunity to work with him. Unfortunately, we lost Lala, another great gift from Boston. beautiful voice. People didn't even know she was an artist. They thought she was
No,
just
I
an
didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't know
yeah.
that. I seen her in a lot of. I seen her in a lot of the films and everything. See,
She
a
got
lot
a
of people don't know stuff.
she had a beautiful voice. When I say a beautiful
Hmm.
voice, I seen her in the studio and also on set filming for the Don Hazel Gangster movie. Go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's a free movie.
Hmm.
R.I.P. to Legends, Lala and Don Hazel. So check out
Hmm.
that movie, everybody. Keep the numbers going. Those people aren't no longer here, but they had a gift, you know, and we
Yeah,
got to
they
keep
did.
it pushing. Her voice, she could rap. She had a birthday party. She was rapping out there on the porch and everything. My God, I was like, you can rap? Because she never said anything until I seen her. And it's like, wow, so many people have so many great gifts in Boston or around Boston, New England area. And it's like, I really wish I could give a gift. My gift I wish I could do is give an award to everyone that is doing it, is good at it in New England. That would be my one wish before I pass away, is to give the flowers to the people that deserve it. And it doesn't need to be first place, second place, third place. There's so much great talent. I can't put you before somebody else if
Right,
you both are good. And
right.
that's why I wish I had the authority to do that to everybody that's in New England that
Like,
deserves it. Even if you don't like me, you deserve your flowers, you deserve your award, because that's the type of person I want. I want to see everyone succeed. And that's why when I say to you, I know it's hard with work. I know it's hard with family. Trust and believe, I know. But also I would like to see you, that you've been doing it for so long, you deserve it. You deserve to have
absolutely.
your flowers in your award.
Right.
You know, you got great talent. And that's major to do the gospel. I would love to see you do a tour, going to different churches. Um, I'm sorry, I never asked this question. What is your religion, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm well, I was I'm a Baptist. I'm a Baptist.
Okay.
Some people say Christian, whatever, but I will put it this way. I believe in God. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God to the fullest. I believe all things are possible through God. You cannot succeed in life without God. You
Facts.
know?
I would like to see you, maybe, do you have a home, like a church that you go to on a regular basis, or sometimes?
I, so I basically I do have a church. Um I was going faithfully there Sunday, still, coming. But like I said, I'm a busy guy. What can I say? I'm a busy guy.
I,
I'm always working because that's how you survive.
yes.
I love as much as but I do have a song. The last video that I actually put out was called Gotta Have Faith. And it was, very, very spiritual song. You know what I mean? And it's like, what direction? And then I'm making that transformation, that transition, I should say. So that's another thing. I've never been the type to really talk about shooting people up. My music has always been positive. I might tell you stories about something, but everybody knows, everybody that listens to my music knows that I'm gonna say, and the people that get a chance to listen to it because it's available everywhere. Like I say, I've been making music. I don't
Yes.
know if who's listening. That's the thing, you know.
I checked out some of your music on YouTube, so I salute to you. And that's why what I was gonna say is, I would like to see you reach out
Thank
to your church and see if you can get a tour going on,
you.
maybe performing
Mm,
once a month at different churches that they're affiliated with, because every church is affiliated with one another church
right,
outside the state.
right,
So they're all connected some way in your faith. So what I would suggest is going to the head of the person in your church and
right,
saying, I'm a performer and I would like to, next time you have an event here, I would like to open up and perform.
right.
And then there you are, you're in there. Boom. Then you're gonna be like, you're gonna see all the pastors, you're gonna see other people from different churches, And then there you go. You start your tour like this, putting one together, put the other one together, and you're bouncing like this, and you have your own tour for yourself, and you're touching a lot of souls with your music. I think you should do that.
Mm. That's it. That's some good advice right there. You would let me tell you, that right there would make my pastor happy. Because he's been wanting me to do that for a while. He's asking me, do you still rap? And I'm like, I don't, to be honest with you, the pressure that I feel performing in church, I started off performing in church too, but that's more pressure than me than performing in a club or something like that. It's like I don't know what it is because it's like, man, you got to be right. I want to be right. You know what I mean? But because nobody's perfect, but it's like, but this, I think that's good advice right there. I want to see what's up with that. They definitely will love that.
I would,
They going through their changes too, though. So, I pray for my church.
yes.
You know, everybody has their season or whatever. We all, like I said on one of my lives, we all sometimes are in the valley. But we get to the mountaintop eventually. Most of we do, but some of us kind of stay in the valley. So we just need to get to that mountaintop
Yeah.
in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't be, afraid to take that next step, because you know why? You have a gift. You've been doing it all these years. And I feel like I'm an OG. You're an OG. No
Right.
disrespect. But
No. That's no. I don't take that as a disrespect. Yeah, I'm
so
OG.
we're
You know.
supposed to pass on that
Right.
talent to the younger generation so they can understand. So
Definitely.
I feel it could be a big mentor for these children that are going to church, but they also want to have their hip hop or the R&B in their music, but performing at churches. Like the church I go to, it's a Christian church, and it's in Haverhill on Washington Street, and they have the kids interact. They have music there every single week, but they have anyone that wants to perform there right there. So, and
Right.
then they bring people from all around the world. We had people from Africa, UK, Australia, and I met people in the White House. I met people from our state house in Boston many times on different occasions. I met Charlie Baker, sitting right next to him at a church event, and I'm like, he goes to my church, and I'm like,
Wow.
oh, whoa, like Charlie Baker, like I voted for you. But it's like crazy to see these people, and it's like there's a lot of people that are into the churches, and we need people like you that have the craft to entertain everybody. But I salute to you. I really feel it. I'm 100% for you getting into the churches. And like I said, I belong to a Christian church, so I know they do different shows all the time. And if you end up wanting to like perform there, let me know, and I'll get you in tact to who you need to talk to over there.
All right. We'll definitely talk. We'll definitely talk on that. Um.
Yes.
So I'm looking at DeMarco. Okay. First of all, shout out to Marco. He's saying to other Boston artists thinking outside the box, getting out their comfort zone, taking a page out of Joyner Lucas, Via, and Millie's, going to other cities just to blow up. No
Yep.
talent should ever go to waste. Right, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't go to waste. I agree. We should
Yeah. Sorry,
definitely
I got
take
to
a
plug in my
page.
car.
No, that's all right.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Um, let them know where your social media is while I'm trying to plug this in real quick.
You can go to, all right, my IG for the new D-Cee show is D-Cee 239. That's on Instagram. Um, like I said, you go to Spotify, look up D-Cee, the musical artist. I know that's a long name. DCAAMUSIKALARTIST. And then, because I got to give you the prodigal information too, because that's my group right there. THAPRODIKALZ. and that's also on Spotify. You know, because when you get Destro Kid, it's gonna set you up. So we're go, you know, our music is being played everywhere. So it's not just being played in one spot. And of course, SoundCloud, YouTube, Automac, Bandcamp. Uh, yeah, like I said, my music is everywhere. My music is everywhere. If people want to listen, it's available.
Check him out. Check him out. If you guys want to feature with him, book him. He is looking for a manager if it's right. I hope you do reach out to Ida. Let her know the Iccy Showw sent you. I pray that, you know, it does
Right.
work out for Ida, because I see Ida. She's always doing something. And again, she was always with Don Hazel. So I like that because she stayed consistent.
Yeah.
I know some of us took some time off because of the you know, it is the month for Don Hazel,
Right.
unfortunately, that he did pass.
Right. It's coming close,
Yeah,
coming close to that.
yeah.
Um,
So it's like, you know, I want to see everyone, anyone that was a part of him, I want to see them succeed in some way.
right.
And I understand you have to go to different states. You can't just stay in your home city. That is
Absolutely.
important.
That's
I
that's
got
that's
my,
what that's what I'm about.
right,
Yeah.
because I had to go to New York. I got my
Mhm.
award at a red carpet, Jamaica, Queens, New York. And I got my award out there. And it was like, first person I called was Don Hazel. I
Wow.
was like, Don Hazel,
Shout out
I was like, I got
to John
I
Hazel,
started
man.
crying. I started like, I was in the middle of the road. People were beeping, like, get the out of the road. And I'm like, no, I can't.
Right,
I'm
right. Mhm.
king over here, Boston. But you know, I love to hear about people doing gospel music, because I feel like you guys are the generation, or the mentor of the generation that's underneath, that
Mhm.
needs to know it's okay to come out in gospel music.
Right.
It's okay to go to church and perform and
Mhm.
put your own tour.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I do all the other genres too, but that's my heart. That's where I came from. I came from that. You know what I mean? So how can I ever forget gospel music? But you know, I love hip hop, I love R&B, reggae, all that. I try to blend that to the D-Cee style or whatever, stay in my own lane, you know, and try to do that. But definitely goes back. It always comes back to that. Always comes back to God with me. It always comes back, you know. So yeah, that I'm gonna see what's up with Iowa, because the thing is, I always say this: if I had the right team, like I might not have time to do this. While I'm doing this, they could be doing that. I just always wanted to really focus on just being, if I'm gonna be the artist, because for so many people, like I have an artist, like I said, Red Skills was my artist. That was the artist that I work with or whatever. But I was trying to help kind of manage her and some other people too. I'm not gonna mention them because you know it is what it is now. But um, so yeah, I didn't want to take on. I felt like I took on too much of that, trying to do everything. Like I know some people be like, "Yeah, I'm the manager, this and that." It's like I don't know how you do it. Like kudos to you. I hear other artists say that they manage themselves and all that. Yes, and somewhat, you know, you want to take control over like your career, whatever. You want to be in charge of your career. I hear that part, but sometimes you need that help. You need if I had the right team, you know, you know what I mean. Be it would be a lot easier for me to go out there and do what I got to do the shows in different cities, do the shows, you know, wherever. Because I even want to go overseas. You know, that's my dream. Like I never wanted to just be a local artist. Me and DeMarco, we speak on this all the time. Like we always start bigger, you know, to like my brother Eric Wilmer, you know, Frog. He always had visions to do, you know, I got two podcasts because of him, because I have the new D-Cee show, and then I have Rax Apparel podcast, you know. So before he passed, he wanted me to do that, you know. But we started off with the music, like I said, we started off with that. He came up with like food stand, came up with clothing line. It's like, so anything he came to me about, I'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm in. You know, he's like, D, we're about to blow up, man. I'm like, I'm with you, man. So I want to say
Yeah.
RIP to him. Like I'm gonna try to say this and not get too emotional. You know what I mean? Because that's and the crazy thing is we never even met in person. We just had that connection. You know what I mean? I said was going to talk about him. I have to. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for him, I would have never met LLYC, the East Coast Prince. I never would have, we never would have had, and I got to thank Red Scales too, because she's the one that introduced me to him. So we kept in touch. We had this bond into the end. I had a show that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to interview somebody, and it was all across the globe. Like how you do it, how you talk to people all over. I seen that the guy from Jamaica. Like I'm watching you too. Like I said, man, the only competition should be yourself. You shouldn't be competing with nobody else, man. That's their blessing. Why are you trying to take their blessing? You got your own blessing.
Correct.
That's why I can't understand certain hate. People saying somebody's stealing this and come on, how's somebody gonna steal what you got? That's yours.
Right.
This person
Right.
got their own thing going on. I'm sorry. I had to bring this up. I'm sorry. I know you about, but we're gonna close it in love because I know that's what you about, and I'm about that too. I don't have nothing against the soul. I want y'all to know that whoever's listening that knows me or know about me, or you just getting introduced to me now, I have nothing against anybody. I got love for everybody. Even if we have differences, let's talk about it. We don't need to do all this other extra stuff. We don't need to do all this extra stuff. I posted what I had to about the person and took it down because I'm open to that person coming to talk to me. Whoever it is, I'm open to you to come to talk to me.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm like, anybody that hates me, it's like, I don't hate you. I wish love and peace with you. My worst enemy, I wish peace and love. You know why? Because today's not promised, and I would feel like
life is short. This life is short. We don't got time to that. You should be smiling. Like my mother used to say to me,
succeed in any way, even if you're not in this industry,
right?
And you're a regular 9-to-5 worker, or you're a mom, or if you're a grandmother or aunt or something, you're someone special because you already have a title. And I just want to see you, because look at how our life is going. I mean, I'm 46 years old. We could leave our door unlocked. We could leave our windows open. You could ask if you're running out. Oh, just wait for my kid for a second. Now you can't even. Don't look at my kid. You're grabbing your kid. Let's go this way.
It's crazy.
And it's like, I really feel like this is what I feel in my heart. When Corona came, all the families got back together. Families stayed. Now the families are separating more and more. And I'm like, we're the glue to the family. We're the glue to the rock. We're supposed to make it happen, not separate. God wants to come together and stay together. Even to your worst enemy, you're not supposed to wish bad about them. You're supposed to wish good about them, so it will stay going. Positivity in the air. We are the ones to make the change, and I believe this so hard. When technology came over, it took over everything. Everything. And then I'm hearing stories about the cars now, why they're going more computerized so the government can control everything. That's what I'm hearing.
I definitely believe that. You see those droid, like those what's that iRobot that what's the guy that has Twitter now? How he has these robots, like they're almost so real, like that is scary.
Have you ever been to a hotel and you got a robot in front of you?
No. No.
Hotel, and he said it was a computer, looked just like a human until she looked up.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
So we there now. We're there now.
Yeah. And it's scary. Everyone should be alarmed and scared, not in a bad way, but be alert.
Definitely be alert.
Computers have the mind of their own. Even if someone's controlling them, you don't even know when there's a malfunction. Just like a cashier, when you're getting the money back from the computers, sometimes they give you the wrong change and stuff. And we need humans to be doing the jobs. I feel like computers, we don't need all these computers. I feel it's like, yes, you're taking away pay, but you're going up on the rent. You're going up on food. You're going up on clothes. People are replacing us with computers. The world should not be like that. We are the ones to run the world. We just got to come together more and be together to make this world a better place. That's what I feel in my heart.
No, you're right. I agree with you on that. And there's so many like homeless people out there. And I
Yes.
and one of my jobs, we take care of them. We feed them. But a lot of them come back to me and say, I still have nowhere to really go. Even when I leave this program, you know what I mean? And maybe in some ways, some of them go back to their old ways if they're on drugs or whatever the case is. But I'm like, we got to make sure that they have to too. They have to want to do it. You know what I mean? So they can go through the steps. But yeah, there's that going on right there. But
Yeah,
there's also family,
I've
you
been
know?
I've been homeless before, and it's no joke. And it's like, no
Mhm.
matter what you try, you could have a job, still making the money,
Yeah,
and it's like
exactly.
it's so expensive. And it's like for a single person with a single mom, like, so that's for two people. Like, it's crazy. When I say crazy, I just went through a situation, and it's crazy because
Mhm.
I went to the resources. I went to try to get help, and I got denied, denied, denied,
Yeah,
denied,
it's
denied,
crazy.
denied.
It's crazy.
How do I survive?
They don't think about that. If you, especially if you're out there trying to make it better for yourself and your family, that's what people don't understand. Like they don't understand that. Like I know somebody it was in their car. I never even knew, and they worked with us. So you don't know people's situations.
Right?
You don't know people's situations, and I tried my best to help that person out as much as I could. You
That was
know.
nice. That's nice of you. I that's what I help the food bank on once a month,
Oh, that's
twice.
beautiful.
I
That's
love
beautiful. Yeah.
because just to make them smile over giving them a dish
Mhm.
of food. I love that. At Thanksgiving, my uncle died last Thanksgiving, so I used to go to the veteran home and feed them and leave, like, if I had extra something around, I would put it over there. They had like a bin. And this year they sent, I went by there because it was the 1 year when he got taken out of there from the hospital, and from the veteran home. And I went over there and said, "You guys need anything?" They're like, "One of your hot plates." I'm like, "That's it? You don't need anything else?" And they're like, "No." But I'm not rich. But if I can make a plate of food for
Mhm.
someone that I'm cooking a meal, why not put a plate? So I gave 11 free plates this Thanksgiving to the veteran home,
Mhm.
and it felt so good because they don't have people come check on them. They don't have people that see if they need any
Right.
food. They eat frozen meals every single day, which is not healthy.
Mhm.
But don't know how to cook. They're too old. They don't have someone looking over them.
Mhm.
So when I gave them the plate of food, they were so happy. And I know how you
Right.
feel. That melts your heart because you're doing something good,
Oh
not
yeah.
something bad.
Mhm. Because it's crazy how society they look at people that's on the street or whatever. They don't look at them as human beings.
Right.
They don't look at
Right.
them as people. You know, not all, but I'm just like you again. You don't know that person's story. You don't know where they came from. That's not the case with everybody's on drugs. They just this rent. They see once they got rid of rent control, some of these landlords have went crazy. Some of these
Mine,
forces
mine,
have went crazy. Okay, they're
yeah,
not thinking about nobody but themselves. They're thinking about their pocket. Greed is something.
mine
Any
went up to two
type
thousand
of
dollars.
greed. Wow.
You heard what I said? My old landlord went up $2,000
two
on the
thousand
rent.
dollars.
Two
Oh man, that's crazy.
$2,000.
That's
So
crazy.
rent was 1,700, and it went up to
Oh
$4,700
my God, man, that's crazy. And they
just to make this.
they and they don't even think like, oh, you're gonna put me on the street because everybody is on that. You know,
Yeah,
everybody seems to be. Well, I can't say everybody, but most people. Like one guy, he didn't realize. He said, "Welcome to America. The price is going up on everything. You charging me $5 for what would be maybe $1. Now you're charging me $5 for it."
He said, tell her about the story about the homeless guy in Brooklyn if you can,
Oh,
DeMarco.
oh, okay. Oh, the guy you gave the pizza to, the guy you gave the drink to, he was looking for. Oh, no, 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 the one that was sleeping in the train. Is that? I think that's what he's talking about. He was sleeping in the train station. He got up. He did his, he took I'm gonna say it this way. He got up and urinated in the trash can and went and lay back down, but his whole bed was there. Like, can you imagine that being like that in Boston? Like he had a mattress, he had everything. And I'm just like, wow, this is sad. This is everywhere.
Yeah.
We think it's just on Mass Ave. We think it's just no, it's everywhere. Because even when I remember being in Detroit for a little bit, I seen the same thing. Like it's mostly everywhere. This homeless situation, California too.
Yeah.
California, I was in California. I seen the same thing. It almost reminded me of Mass Ave. I said, wow, what is going on? And then the governor or whatever, they're trying to clean it up when they make their announcement. But you still see them there. So I'm like, they're not, why is this out of control? And then we have other people coming from other countries, which I don't have a problem with. If they're coming here to work and they're not here to, you know, create more negativity by stealing, killing, and all that, and they didn't come here legally. But you got them coming here. You have the homeless situation. You got the housing situation, the rent situation. So it's like, so that creates a lot of tension between you know people that's been living here for years and the people coming from other countries. But it's like, it's really not their fault. They're trying to look for a better living, but the government is giving them um, more than what they. It's like, wait a minute, but I've been here. You're giving them more than what you're giving us. So
Right.
it's tension, and it's not. I'm not saying it's their fault. It's the government's fault,
Yeah.
because they want us to be under them. So we need them. So that we come to them. Like, we don't. So it's like, we gotta find a way to create jobs that pay more, this pay a lot more, because the cost of living is high. So it's like, we're in a crazy, it's a crazy situation. I can get into that.
I,
I can go
I
on and
know.
on with that. It's
I
just
would like, how come they're on Section 8 2008 applications? Here we are 2024. And then they come, no disrespect. I'm not
right,
hating on anybody that comes into the country. You know what I
right,
mean? Like, it is what it is. Everyone's trying to get a better,
right.
living and stuff.
I,
But
and I
I
understand
think
that.
here are our people that have been on the list since 2008. So when it's their time, the child's already 18, they can't even get the Section 8 because they already succeeded the
That
time
that
limit of.
waiting, yeah, that waiting list be like 10 years, and I'm like, are you serious? The people need places now. Like, I
Yeah,
remember going.
2008. Trust and believe. I know. I was down there talking to a supervisor.
Right,
So they said 2008. I was like, what? I said, we're in 2024. I said, by the time I get on the list, my son's gonna be over 18. I'm not gonna qualify. But how do you have people come in the country and they get it? They get money every time. They get food stamps. And I know many people working and busting their chops with 2 jobs, one person with 3 jobs. And how come they can't still afford everything for their family? It doesn't matter if they have 4 kids. It doesn't matter if they have 1 kid. They're busting because of everything that is so expensive. And it's like, I remember when I grew up, you had shoes from Bradley's, Woolworths, Caldors. We weren't getting all these name brand shoes. And it's like, because our parents couldn't afford it. But nowadays it's a different trend, because if you don't get your kids that, they're gonna get teased, they're gonna get
oh
bullied.
yeah.
But they don't see that, and it's like, you don't want to see your kid get bullied, you don't want to see them get teased, you want everyone to get along. And it's like, and I don't like the school system, because the school system turned around, and I witnessed it. Um, um, Haverhill, they broke the law on me, and I am looking for a good attorney on that situation. I'm gonna sue the
Mm.
shit out of school. They broke the law. They didn't offer me something that was supposed to be offered to me. And this was recently I went through, and like, it's just a crazy situation. But it's like they get away with it and no one says anything. That's why I'm going to sue, because that's what I need to do. I feel like I need to be the one to step up the game and be like, no, this needs to come to an end, because you didn't offer that to me. You destroyed something for me that I was supposed to be offered. And they have different laws. So people, let me tell you something. If you're homeless and you have a child in school and you're moving to a different city because you don't have a place to go, in Massachusetts there is a law. I wish I had the legal document. I got the paper from
Right.
let me see. I got the paper. In the paper, there's a law that covers you. So they're not supposed to make your child leave a different school. And people need to understand that, because I didn't know this until I just experienced it.
Once,
And
mhm.
they,
once you
they,
get
they, huh?
once you get that information, you should put it on your page so people can find, that
Oh,
want to
yeah.
know about that.
I talked about it several
Oh,
times,
yeah.
because I don't
Okay.
a
Okay.
parent go through like I did. And they made me withdraw my son from school immediately. I just had
Yeah.
surgery on my knee, and it was 2 days after my knee surgery. They made me come to the school, withdraw my son, because I was in a different city, but I was in the system as homeless. If I'm in the system homeless, there's a law that covers you. And if long as you're not over an hour, they would transport your kid. They made me take my kid out of the school, didn't offer that program to me, and restate my son into a different school, and then come to find out when I went to have a meeting with the mayor and the state representative at that city, they told me, why did you leave that school? They should have covered you. And
Mhm.
they made me come and withdraw, and I keep all my paperwork. And luckily I did. I pulled that out, and they said, who signed it? I said, I don't know. I signed it. So rewind your cameras from that day where I signed it at the security officer's desk, and you will see who made me sign that paper at that desk. And they said that I was not supposed to even be dealing with that. There's a law that covers people. So if anyone is going or is homeless, know there's a law to cover you. If you have a kid in Massachusetts school, they cannot make you withdraw your student if you are in a homeless situation. You must
Mhm.
understand, because no one told me until I went to the mayor of the other city, and they got my son back in that school like this, 48 hours, because they knew they were wrong.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep.
And yes, it's important for us to know know our rights, because they will try to do stuff like that.
Yes.
That's a shame, but see, you took the steps that you needed to take, and that situation was resolved. I hate the fact that your son even had to go through that, that you had to go through that as a parent, because we want to protect our kids,
Yes.
you know, and so I'm glad that situation worked out. And
Yeah, and that's why I feel like, if you guys are going through any legal stuff with your schools, don't be afraid to sue the school. Don't be afraid, because these schools are getting away with a lot of stuff, and it's because people are afraid. Don't be afraid. Step up the
definitely not,
gas. You're
definitely not.
connected with people, and you'll see that once you know your rights and your laws, and I have the printer that I have, and
Mhm.
when I went and I said, I'm covered by this law. How come I wasn't offered this law? They looked at me like, well, why? Why did you sign that paper to take them out? I was told I had to come here
Right.
after I've been knee surgery. And it's like, just stick up for your rights, know your rights. I carry that paperwork everywhere I go now, because if anything cracks off, I'll be like, here, I'm covered underneath this. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm glad that worked out. What are you saying, DeMarco? Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle and Young Dolph, whose life was taken because they made it. Makes no sense.
Yep.
Yeah, jealousy, everything. By the way, too, when I can't think of that, Eric Holder, the one
Yep.
that killed Nipsey, he said the government told him to do it.
Yep.
Now, do you think he was on something, or do you think he was on to something?
I think he was leaking something that he
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to leak, but for us to be aware of what he was saying.
Yeah.
I think he's taking acknowledgement on something. That's what you guys have to understand, everything's about money, but honestly, I really feel that we all got to protect each other. And if someone
Oh
knows
yeah,
someone,
definitely. Like I
yeah,
feel all those artists should have been protected even before that. Like,
there you go.
how did Tupac get himself that situation right there with the gang members? How did Biggie go to LA? The situation with uh another artist, I can't think of his name. He went to the Waffle House and him and his that was a setup with him and
Yep.
his girl.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like, but especially somebody like Nipsey that was trying to do stuff for the community. You know, they didn't like that. He was a former Crip. You know what I mean? And some people feel certain way about that. So he was this and he was this, he was that. But I seen him making changes, trying to be a better person, and
Yes.
he didn't want that particular person around, which was in his circle. As I
Mhm.
heard somebody say on a song recently about having the right people in your circle, a winning team. You know, that guy had an issue with Nipsey, and Nipsey had an issue with him because he was known to be the neighborhood snitch or whatever. I don't know the whole story behind that, so I'm not gonna hold you, but
Yeah.
that was, it was it. He said that.
PNB Rock. PNB
Yes, yes,
Rock.
yes. That's it. That's it. That's him.
Mhm.
Yeah, that situation was crazy. You
Yeah.
know, and some people say he shouldn't have wore the chain, he shouldn't have showed that on, but it was already, they finding out that that was kind of already set up like that. Like he already had issues with people in that neighborhood before, whatever. There was some situation that happened before, so this time they're like, so yeah,
What
when you
about
hear
the cops?
those,
The cops killing innocent people. It's like the new
right,
norm, unfortunately. And it's like,
right,
I was in a music video in New York, and we Trayvon Martin, like I had to represent for him in the music video. And I was his like his mom in the video, but I wasn't his mom.
mm,
So that made me cry during the video because here I am holding a kid sign that I'm representing that's no longer here
right.
over simple things. And it's like, okay, there should be more criteria. When you become a cop, I respect everyone's job. Don't think I'm judging or anything. But you're this is increasing more and more. And it's like they get more
Yes,
aggressive. And
yeah,
it's
they
like
have,
they're okay. They think they have a cell phone, but they think it's a gun.
right.
Come on, there's a big difference. A gun, like a lighter. You're killing someone over a lighter because of the handle of it. What is going on? Like, they need to be prosecuted. They need to face the
I
consequences,
always felt
just like a
that
normal
way. Yes, I always felt that way. Like, your job is to serve and protect, but who are you
person. Yeah,
protecting? Who are you protecting? Because you're not protecting the citizens. You're not protecting these kids that you saying might have something on them. And if you have any,
I wit
if,
I witnessed this. These kids are getting harassed. If any kids are
yeah,
in high school,
mm-hmm,
they're getting harassed by the security over vape pens. Strip search in schools. So pay attention to your children in high school and middle
mm,
school. If they vape or they assume they vape,
mm-hmm,
they're getting searched every day and become a target. I don't think that's right. I think that there should be a limit. And I'll be damned. One of the security officers at the high school in Haybro chased the boy into the
oh,
stall.
oh
Into
my God,
the stall. That means he should be registered as a sex offender. I don't care if the
yeah,
kid had a vape or
no, he
not.
definitely should.
There should
He
be
definitely
a
should.
line.
Like the situation with Skid Row. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. In King Von, take off from the Migos.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Whoa.
yes. So many
King Vaughn, that situation right there is crazy because he has bodies too.
yes,
He was a lifestyle that he was living. So it's like, again, we don't wish death on nobody, but it's like if you live by the gun, you're gonna eventually die by it. That situation was crazy that he went to Atlanta to confront that other guy, Rondo, whatever his name is. Like these are more the younger rappers, so I don't know too much. I know a little about King Vaughn because he He was with Little Dirk, so I know a little bit about him. But that situation, like, it was crazy. It should have never happened the way it did. They get on the internet, talk tough, and do this. It's all kind of mess with that, and they brag about very, killing somebody or smoking tookie or whatever. What they get on there talking like that. Like that's entertaining for people with, I think, with crazy minds that don't know no better, because that's, to me, it's not hip hop. We talked about the struggles we went through and all that, but we never bragged about killing somebody. We never bragged about, like, I'm like, what is that? But he actually was killing people. So they was trying to get him for a long time. You know,
Right.
he been locked up. That situation's a little different.
Yeah,
You
look,
know,
Al,
he was very talented, but he was going that route. So it's like, you can't be in the entertainment business and still be trying to be out there. I think that's why Chief Keef left that situation alone. Now I think he's doing better now. He's not a part of that no more. I
right,
believe, because we all know the outcome. We all know what's going to happen if you live like that. Some of them think they're untouchable. There was a situation where the guy, a rapper, I had no idea who he was. He went to this person's cemetery, digged his body out, and the people came and killed him. He went to the guy's job first and humiliated the people there, talking about he works at Burger King or wherever he worked at. So I'm like, what is going on?
mhm,
And you got people that know they have ops, as they say. You got problems with these people, but I'm about to go to a party right now. You got it on live, you got the location, everything. So I'm like, man, you're setting yourself up. Do you not
yeah,
value your life? Do you not value your life or your family's life? Because sometimes they come back shooting at everybody. They don't care who's there. It's
that.
just a different. It's crazy.
And
It's crazy.
I feel like the police could come together with the streets, because I feel like we could bring things
Right.
together, make peace, and make the younger generation understand it. If they see that the streets are working with the police, I feel like things will come calm down. And look at Albany Al in New Jersey. He went to his
Right.
projects, gonna throw a show, and the police tried to shut it down. He had to go to a church, and they opened the door because he was giving gifts to the kids and things like that, putting a performance on and stuff. But they were trying to shut him down, and I was like, I don't care about a past. They think he's a bad person from the streets and things like that, but he's trying to do good, give back to
Right.
the community. Let
Right.
these artists give back to the community, because they understand the struggle. They've been there,
Exactly.
so
And
they're
and the people can relate to them more, right? The people. I'm sorry to cut you off, but people can relate to them more because they know where they've been. So yes, they should. I think it's gonna be a struggle for the police, because how we feel about the police and how they feel about us. But if they see that this artist, like you said, he's willing to work with the police and certain gang members or whatever. Because I went to this place called in New Jersey. I marched with them for that, and I said we should do something like that in Boston, everywhere. Um, Kings Stop Killing Kings, I think it was, and uh, my son was there, and a couple other people that you may know was there. Shout out to DeMarco. He made that, he told me about that. So we went over there. And they had the police involved. They had Nation of Islam involved, and everybody trying to, like, stop all this killing from going on, you know, from the police and each other, So uh, I no, it only gonna happen if everybody's willing to, because something has to give, or the same thing's gonna keep repeating itself over and over again. You know,
yeah,
I'm tired of seeing that, like those crazy things, like those cops that beat this boy down to a pulp.
yeah,
And couldn't even say it was we can't even say it's a racist thing. It's the blue versus whoever, because those were all black cops that took him down. Maybe there might have been one white cop somewhere, but it was all black cops that took him down and thought nothing of that man's life. I can't think of his name either right now. I'm drawing a blank, but I hear these situations happen so much.
And
you
one of them,
know, and it's
they found a body hung upside down south, and
recently,
they
right?
they
Was he a
burnt.
truck? Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy. We
yeah,
shouldn't be bringing that back.
right.
We need to exit that, and we need to make more peace. Like they people, the way that this world is going to go is that we need to come together. With the streets need to come together with the police. The police need to come together with the streets, and that will be making the peace. Because when the younger generation sees the streets are interacting with the police, and everyone's getting together, we can do bigger things, bigger events, and have more people come out, more peaceful events. And that event, I really feel like it should not got shut down in New Jersey. I feel like, they were there doing the good things. Millie's popped out from
Already?
Cambridge to New Jersey. You
Wow.
know, King Ace from Boston to there. So we had great talent popping up to show support. But why would they do that? They should be like, all right, they're doing it for a good cause. They were just thinking negative from the get-go because
Right.
they shut it down immediately. He was trying to talk to him, and the kids are like, come on. You hear the kids yelling in the video, and it's like, that's embarrassment to those kids, because
Of
they're
course
not
it
going
is.
to believe that they're there to help them when they seen what they did when he was trying to do something good. You know what I mean?
We don't, the community don't have no trust for the police because how they made it.
Yeah.
I look back in the days, back in the days when I was growing up, we did have uh policemen and women in the community that was going to the centers because I witnessed it firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere along the line, they went back to being like, hearing about the Rotten Kings and hearing about situations happening here in Boston, and just they went back to that. But I still know that there are a few good policemen and women out there. It's just
Yeah.
those other ones that are just those bad ones that just give them a bad, they say one bad apple spoils the bunch. There's a lot of rotten apples, a lot of bad apples, crooked cops.
A big job too. Like they're intimidated that they might lose their job if
Right,
they go with our go with the street side instead of
right,
the brotherhood or the sisterhood of
right,
the I really feel that, but they can understand that because a couple of years ago in Haverhill, they were doing something with the police
right.
and the kids were kind of hesitant, and then I was like, hey, the Iccy Show's here, pull up. And when the
Okay.
kids love me, they come out, get the energy going, and
Yeah.
the police are like looking at me like, who the hell's this chick? Like, can we get a retainer or something? Like, and then I was like, oh, I got a podcast. I'm trying to get the cops. I'm like, come on. I don't know if you watched it, but I went live, and they were doing like, it was like a fun night for the children. But I did get the kids in the police to interact, and it was a good feeling because it's like, they were trying to say, oh, the police against the children
Uh,
on the tug of war. I was like, no, interact
right.
with them. Don't
That's
pick
right.
one side against that
That's
side. You
right.
know what I mean? You got to
That's
be
right.
smart.
Have to. Yeah, if once the community is comfortable with them and the trust is there, things will be a lot better.
Yes.
When
And
you know
that,
somebody on a first name basis, it's a different situation. Like, yeah, Jack or Tom or what Craig, whatever. Like, they know who you are, so they can pull you aside and talk to you versus like, oh, he's a suspect. He's guilty before innocent. Just like I said, guilty before innocent, because that's how they look. They look at us like that. I remember being, and then when that racial profile thing was out, which New York wants to bring that back. I heard, which is not good. I remember being, you know, looked up and down. Me and my cousins and my brothers, we would, treat it like we were criminals, and we weren't. We weren't that. We
yeah,
weren't in a gang. If it was more than one or two, it was three or four or five people, y'all a gang,
yep,
and that just wasn't true.
yep.
But that's how
I've
they
had a
treated.
cop tell me, I had a cop tell me, oh, you're trying to be black. I said, I'm not trying to be black.
Right,
I'm seeing what you guys are doing. I'm
right,
witness. I witnessed being um how do you say it
harass,
harassed because
right,
I was someone that was black and I'm white,
Yeah.
and they say, "Oh, you're trying to be black." No, I'm not trying to be black, and that's disgusting. I said, "That's what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
You think you can say anything you want, but you don't know what
Exactly.
we're trying
Right.
to do. We're trying to make a difference. We're trying to make peace. Like
Right.
we're trying to make the community
Exactly.
come together." That's why when I go to the community and give back like the food bank, I love doing that because of course I'm gonna hook my people up. I'm gonna give them more what
Right.
I can, whatever I can at that, just to make them happy and make a difference.
Exactly.
D-Cee, let them know where they can find you. Let them know all your shoutouts. And if there's anything you would like to rap or spit, this is your time to do so.
I can take you high like outer space. I can interact with my people face to face. I'm trying to move the crowd in any type of place. I keep high for the whole human race. So it's back to the hood again, back to the block again. I'm harder than I ever been. And it just don't stop and it just don't quit till my casket drops. I'm high off life, hip off my wife. Lord, I'm staying faithful. Lord, I'm thankful. I refuse to fold up. I stay so high, so haters just hold up. All my positive energy kills my enemies. I niggas higher. I spit my soul through the wire. Watch me give them that fire. So come along and let's all get higher. Keep your hands high and touch the sky. Touch the sky. That's a little
Fire!
something.
Woo,
That's a
woo. Pop your collar.
something. A little something. Little something. You know.
Definitely. Let them know your social medias one more time where they can find you to get your features.
All right. You can reach me on Spotify. You can go on Spotify. You can go on ING. D-Cee 239. 239. The Prodigals also on Spotify. That's THAPRODIKALZ. And like I said, once you go on Destro Kid, once you go on Bandcamp, my fault, SoundCloud, Automac, YouTube, like I said, my music is everywhere. It's everywhere.
How did they get on your show?
How did they get on my show? Just reach out to me. Reach out to me at right here. Actually, you go on the new D-Cee show, which is available right here on Facebook. Not what we on right now, but you go on Facebook and spelled like it's supposed to. So you go on there, reach out to me, or reach out to me here, inbox me, and I'll set up something so we can do an interview with each other.
Fire! I appreciate you, King, coming on the Iccy Show.
No problem. I appreciate you, Jackie.
I'm sorry, hon.
Show. That's what's up.
I
Keep sending
appreciate
that
you.
positive vibes. Keep being you.
Thank
We need you.
you.
The culture needs you. So you keep doing what you're doing, and we'll keep listening. And hopefully, I'll be back on here again.
Yes, you're welcome back anytime. Keep me updated. Anything you got going on. Much love and respect. And don't forget to reach out to Ida to see if she's looking
I
for artists.
definitely will.
I think that will help you because with your schedule too tight, I feel like a manager will help you, book you for your shows, get you in for your time and the promotion. Even though you're doing the right thing, I see you promoting and stuff like that, but it is time consuming. So I really feel like a manager will help you take a load off about 15-20% of it.
Definitely. I'll see what's up what's up with her. And like I said, anything new comes up, which I pray it does, because I want to get back out there again.
Amen to that. Definitely. I appreciate everyone that tuned in on this evening. This is your girl, GGirl. Make sure you put the air codes and countries you're tuning in. And much love. Is there any shout outs you would like to give, D-Cee,
Shout
before
out
we
to
end?
everybody that listened to that just tuned into the show. Shout out to LYC East Coast Prince, to Marco, the other brother that tuned in, Anthony Stagg, who else? Um, Muggsy,
Mugs?
the Gets. You're trying to cover everybody that tuned in.
Yeah.
I know people probably gonna tune in later. Juliet, Patrick, um, everybody that tuned into the show tonight, and people that's gonna tune into it later. Um, my family, God, you for doing,
Thank you.
for putting together this show, And that's it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, D-Cee from Boston 617. I appreciate you coming on the Iccy Show. Much love and respect, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for the prayers when I was in the hospital today. Much love and respect. And the next interview got canceled for tonight, and it is rescheduled for the 12th. So the gift is going to be on the 12th of December. There was a family emergency, so blessings his way. And I appreciate you, D-Cee, coming on the Iccy Show. This is interview 681 interviews I've done in 6 years. We are not just local, we are international. If you're looking to be on the Iccy Show, I'm booking until February, so inbox your girl, Jackie Brown, with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. Free the chills, peace, love, and respect to everyone. Thank you, King, for coming on the Iccy Show.
Thank you.
You're welcome.